Josh Abrams. I've been playing goalie since I was 15 years old. I think being a goaltender is the best position in sports. There's all of the pressure to support your team. It is the most rewarding when you play well, and also the gear is the best in sports. The best way to express yourself as an athlete as well, and that's where the goalie mask comes in.
My name is Mike Fisher. I am a custom ice hockey goalie mask painter. I started painting masks when I was in my early 20s. I painted some masks for some goalies that I coached. I coached youth hockey and I was a goalie coach. Some of the kids that I coached, I painted masks for just because I had some art skills. Parents of other goalies saw it, and then it was like 3 or 4 orders right after that, like, oh, my kid wants one, and then 6 months later, it had overtaken my entire life, and I was basically painting masks full time at that point.
When I bring a new project to Mike's attention, it starts with a rough mock-up of all my crazy ideas on a piece of paper, and then it's immediately shot down and revised.
Part of my job in the design phase is managing expectations. Sometimes people want things that just won't work.
You have to realize there's only so much room for all of this stuff on a mask, so you have to pick and choose and kind of, narrow it down a little bit until that it has to look good. It has to flow. The mask looks a certain way, and you can't just slap stuff willy-nilly on it, or it will really be apparent that it doesn't belong.
Josh came to me with the idea that he's a born and raised Angelino, which is kind of rare. He wanted to just really do a mask that was dedicated to all the places in Los Angeles and Southern California that he grew up around, or that meant something to him. His father was in the entertainment industry, so he wanted to do a Hollywood Walk of Fame star with his father's name in it.
It reminds me of home in all of the best ways, and I love that it reminds me of Mike too, because now I've got one of my best friends who's done an amazing paint job for me. It just adds to the experience. So this mask was another one of Mike's creations that we worked together on. It is very simple concept. It is my bulldog Charlie. He had done a bit of artwork using my dog for a different project, so it only seemed natural to use it on the goalie mask itself. And then what makes this one extra special to me is also the back plate. And so Charlie's a rescue from the Southern California Bulldog Rescue. And so we put their logo on the back, as well as a little poop emoji because he is a dog and has my name. I think this one came out great as well. So with this mask, the design portion of it was fairly simple to begin with. The highlight of it, or the major point that I wanted to address with it, is as a tribute to a friend of mine who passed away last year. So that's on the back plate. But the front of the mask is loosely based on an NHL goaltender, J.S. Giguère, who played for the Colorado Avalanche. So we just tweaked that design to make it California-based. It's just got some palm trees. We've got the state of California on both sides reversed, California Republic, like the state flag. Instead of the California bear, it is the California bear on a bicycle, because in California we like to ride bikes on the beach. Some stars and stripes, some palm trees, and we're good to go, and a nice colored cage. But the back plate was really my focus point, and that was from my friend Mitchell Dishman. And so this is where you can really make a mask speak volumes for you. We have the Santa Monica Pier. We were both born in Santa Monica and raised there. I have his high school and college logos. I have his name, and then his nickname was the Red Fox, and he had this avatar on his messenger of a red fox wearing sunglasses. And I have his Mustang 5.0. It was his favorite car ever that he drove in high school and early in college. And then I just have a little message at the bottom. But it's one of those things that reminds me of him, that he's always with me, and it makes wearing this mask and just having this mask even more special. Yeah, I came up with the Strange Brew mask because it's basically the perfect beer league goalie mask. Because between the hockey and the beer, that's basically the movie's gist. We basically took the movie poster and wrapped it on the goalie mask with some artistic changes, and it's just been one of my favorites since I got it. I'm also not allowed to wear it because it turned out too nice.
With the strange brew mask, I actually told him, I was like, you can never wear this because if it gets damaged, I'm going to kill you.
So naturally, I took it straight to the rink, and in the one and only game that's ever seen, it got hit with a puck and chipped, which he didn't know about until today. So that was fun telling him. But
So now he's on. Now he just got bumped down to the bottom of the
Yeah.
schedule for any future masks. Back to the bottom.
Well,
If you don't respect the work, how can you expect me to
I'm
move you
used
up
to
in the
being
line?
there. It's the story of my life.
You know.
Don't tell me what to do. And it has lived in a glass case ever since. Sometimes, they just are more artwork than I'm willing to risk with a hockey puck. Most of us have more than one goalie mask, at least.
People who get their mask painted almost always have more than one goalie.
It's a slippery slope and a heavy addiction, but there could be worse ones, I guess.
For me, as an artist and as a painter, the one of the biggest thrills for me, where I'm really the most satisfied with what I do every day, is when a goalie comes and picks up their mask and they're so excited and oh my god, this just looks so much. What's inside of their brain and what they actually see when it's finished, that moment for them when they make that connection, that's really special to me. In particular, when it's a young player, a kid, and he shows up and his vision is on his mask, and they're just like, oh, like sometimes I'll get pictures from the parents. They'll email me a picture from later in the day, and the kid wore the mask in the car on the drive home, type of thing, And that's the stuff that makes all the hours that I put into doing this, it's like, yeah, people appreciate it, and that's awesome.
It's not only kids that do that.
I would love to see you in traffic, in your Lexus with your mask on.
I have pictures. I have pictures.